What I have here is a 2004 Honda Civic. Because the problem with this car, it's when you're driving, the car keeps shutting off. So he didn't want to drive it anymore, so he did the smart thing, he come and get it checked out. So when I put the scanner in it, the car is running perfectly fine. There's no shaking or lose of power. But when I put the scanner, it said there's a crank sensor is no good. So I did a test on it. Everything seemed to go with the sensor. So what I do, I open up the valve cover. You can see I take out the valve cover. And I know most time with Hondas, you didn't do your timing belt for a long time. What happened, the timing belt stretches. You can skip a couple teeth. And in this case, it doesn't look like a skip couple teeth, but the belt is very loose. So what happened when the timing belt is loose, you get fluctuation, you get a loose in the pulley. So what happened, your timing could be fluctuating, not exactly on, but you know, the pulley they could move a little bit while while the engine is running, because the belt have a loose play. So now the pulley can have a free play, and that free play can trigger a sensor problem that your crank sensor or your cam sensor is no good. But in this case, it's triggered the cam sensor. Alright, so what we're gonna do now, because I'm gonna recommend for him to do the complete job, but if you don't want to do the complete job, we could put a new belt on it, because this belt is stretched, you understand? Change the water pump, change the timing belt, change the tensioner pulley. Now this, when you do a complete timing belt job, that's what you have to do to do this job here. So I'm gonna just give you a rundown of how to really check for this problem. Okay, you see on this side of the pulley here, if you go on this opposite side, it's gonna be stiff because you have the pressure on that side. But when you come on this side of the pulley, if you take a screwdriver, you can take your finger, and when you touch the belt, you see how loose that belt is? This is very loose. Okay? So that's going to tell you that your timing belt, it was causing that problem, because, and what triggering the check engine light, because of the cam is not getting the right alignment, and the pulley is keep moving, it's not in the right timing mark, off a timing a little bit. So that's what's gonna give you the timing light, check engine light. Okay. So to get to this here, to get to your crank sensor, okay, you will have to remove your valve cover, and you'll have to move the side cover. Okay, that cover the pulley here. Okay, this is the pulley for the head. This is the head. This is, we call it the camshaft pulley, and the big one underneath, you call it the crankshaft pulley. Okay, so the hardest thing to do on this one here is to get the crank pulley out, because you have a special tool you have to get to crack that bolt. The bolt is very, very hard to crack for the first time if you never opened it before. So that's going to give you a challenge if you don't have the right tool. It's a special tool that fit on the pulley itself, and then you lock it on the frame, and then you use a special number 19 to crack that nut on the pulley nut. And that's one of the most difficult thing to get out, and the amount, and the rest is just common sense, you know. So first you have to remove all the cover, the pulley, the cover, your valve cover, and you basically, when I do timing belt, I always make sure I put it up in a mark, in the timing mark, so it's easy. But this one is straightforward. On the timing mark pulley, on the camshaft pulley, you have a mark, it's the up, so this one is always up. But you have to be careful, it can be up on compression and exhaust. So you have to be careful with that one there when you're setting it. But when you're lining up the crank pulley, it's have a mark. Okay? But for instance, if you really know what you're doing, you don't need to line it up. You can loose it down, and then you can come back to the mark. Okay? Because you have a special mark on the crank pulley. When you open the pulley, you're gonna see that mark. Okay? It's a little bit on number 3, at number 3. And if you check on the clock, you can see it's like gonna be like number 3 on the clock. Okay, so that is the tip about checking for a cam sensor, because if like I check this belt and this belt was stiff, then I will go right ahead and change the cam sensor. But I didn't change the cam sensor because I know the cam sensor is not the one that's causing the problem to trigger it. I know it's the loose belt that's what's causing it, because your belt is too loose, so you pulley fluctuate, and that's what's causing the cam sensor. You'll change the sensor how many times I want to change it. I even have buy the sensor already, because as soon as I see the code I order the sensor. But when I get to the source of the problem, then now I have to order the timing belt, but I have to call the guy, the customer, to see what he want to do. He want to do a complete job, because you're going in there, you still have to go there to do the same job. So most time I say it's best you just do everything and done, because you're right there, you know. Because you don't want to go there now to just change the belt, and then a couple of months you have to change your water pump, or you have to change your tensioner or idle pulley. So it's best you do one job, finish, do everything at the same time, and you forget about that for the next 4 or 5 years or next 100,000 kilometers. Okay, so that is the tip on that, and how to check for a camshaft or even a crankshaft in especially Honda Accord or any cars. But then you always have to check the tensioner on your belt. Make sure your belt is in good tension, because if your belt is loose, then you're gonna make wrong diagnostic there. You're gonna change the sensor, and you're still gonna have that check engine light. Okay, but some cases when it's really worse, let's for example you keep driving the car like that, what happened? The belt is gonna get more loose, and then eventually what's gonna happen? It might jump a teeth, 1 or 2 teeth, and then when it does that, you're gonna have hard start. The car is gonna be running rough, and so forth. So that is the trick and tip on how to go about diagnose a cam sensor. Okay, so thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more interesting video, and I hope this video can help you. Okay, bye.